Hi, we are live. Give me 1 second, you guys. Let me go live on Instagram. And then let me make sure I have some audio. I know y'all be like, girl. Let me make sure I got some audio because I do not play, y'all. That day, that day I ain't have no audio. Let me make sure I got some audio. Okay. I do not play. We got some audio, yay! I'm telling y'all, that day I was like, I will never forget a day in my life again. So you guys, guess what? I just literally got out of the spiritual bath and my back was hurting right before I got in there. And I got out and I said an affirmation and I put the energy over the water because water molecules they hold energy and they act as a portal. Hi, thanks for joining. They act as a portal. And hi on Instagram. Hello, how are you guys? Welcome. They act as a portal. And so I said an affirmation over my spiritual bath. And I was like, I want to get out feeling like a new woman. I want to get out with no pain. So mixed with the Dead Sea salt, y'all. Hello, and you have Choo. You guys, we were talking about money tonight. Are you guys excited? Money. Yay, money. It's like that. No, for real. That is how I feel about money, you guys. But I did want to do something different. I want to burn some sage because I just want to make sure that there is no negative, like nothing in the atmosphere while we talk about this angelic frequency because money is angelic. That is right. I don't want to do this on camera because this is not a good example for kiddies. You just never know who's watching. So I'm going to be burning it off camera. I probably should have did it before, but it's 11:30 and I was like, let me get up on this thing because this is too late. I'm like, this is way too late. I'm never usually this late. So I love sage, y'all. Immediate, like, I don't know. Just immediate calm. It takes the negative ions out of the atmosphere. So, the science of sage. I just want to cleanse my aura. When I was in the spiritual bath, that is me cleansing my aura too. So I just want to make sure I'm channeling the right frequency tonight with you guys, especially talking about money. So let's get started. I want to start with the basics. Give me a second, y'all, because I just got my hands dirty. Yikes. Yay, I'm excited. Y'all, okay, I want to share something. So all day today, I was going back and forth with God about like what it was that I was going to come talk about. And for so long, right? For so long, I was again being resistant with God about the topic because I was just like, I don't want to talk about money, right? Like I just don't want to because I know a lot of people. It's one of those again taboo topics, and the conversation is uncomfortable to talk about, and a lot of people are not talking about money. A lot of people are hiding their beliefs around money. They're hiding how much money they have and whatever. And I was just like, do I gotta talk about it? Like, but God be having me do things that's very important for my legacy. And that's very important for the people that come after me. And so, of course, God will have me talking about all things, right? Especially when your niche is spirituality and, evolving your mindset. Of course, money is going to be in there. So let's talk about money. But hello, you guys, and welcome. Hello. Please share where you're tuning in from. I know I'm late, but um, let's just hop right into it because I'm learning to do this more for the replay because that's mainly where all my viewers come. They come after the live. So that is what I am doing. But hello guys on Instagram. If you have a comment on Instagram, I'm sorry, I'm not going to see them, but so let's hop into it. Money is a divine, like guys, divine consciousness that has a purpose too. And we can expand further. Money has a soul, right? Money has a soul, which means that you and money share the same core frequency. So, whatever you are vibrating on, whatever you are thinking about, whatever you believe about money, that is how money will show up for you in your life. That is how money will show up for you in your life. And so, these were not my beliefs prior to last year because God had me doing some pre-recordings and I actually got a chance to look back on them, listen back to them today. And this is what helped me because like I told y'all, I was going back and forth with God about even channeling this message, right? And I was like, I'm having a blockage because I don't know what to talk about. And so when I went back to my money manifesto course that I was designing last year, it opened me up so much. I'm like, what? Because when you create your beliefs, you kind of like if you're not consistently looking at them in your container, if you don't use it, you lose it type of thing. And so these thoughts, these beliefs that I have right now were something that I channeled last year. And so, but when I realized that, I'm like, oh my gosh. And so I just have some notes over here too, because I don't want to miss anything because I'm thinking about who I was 5 years ago. And I know that I didn't have these beliefs. So I just want to make sure that I'm hitting everything because I really want people to understand. And so money is a divine consciousness that has a purpose too. Now, money was not created to serve you, right? But because it is a consciousness, it has desires as well. It is connected to God. And so it does desire to support the high sacred service, period. Money has a story too. It is everywhere, right? It is everywhere. And so knowing this about money, it made me grow so much compassion because I was like, oh my God, if money is everywhere and it is a consciousness, you have to think about it like this. People are everywhere. We are a collective consciousness. And there are people that are experiencing poverty, that are experiencing lack, scarcity, where they feel like they have to take from people. Money is the same way. Money has a story too. Money is around people that are doing evil with it, right? And so when you understand that, you will begin to treat money like it is your best friend, like it has options to come serve you. And so we'll get into that a little bit later. But when you understand that, first of all, money shares the same core frequency as you. Everybody and everything around you has a purpose, even money. And so when you know that and you know it shares the same core frequency that you have and is here to serve you, you will begin to write out different beliefs around money. You are in a relationship with money, that you are in a relationship with money. And so however you are with God will be how you are with money. Okay. So let me go over my notes really quick because I want to make sure. Yes. Money deserves to be called into high sacred places. We should not demand money to serve us. And I know this thought process is very different from what we've been taught, but I went through the toughest times to gain this perspective about money because whatever I was riding on and utilizing was not working for me. And so it was in those moments of frustration where I was like, yeah, no, I'm going to have something completely different that really aligns with me. So we have to give money a chance to choose to serve us. When you think about the fact that you are in a relationship with money, right? And how you are in a relationship with money will be how you are in a relationship with everything around you. And so when you think about money and you think about yourself being in a relationship with it, or do you feel entitled to money? Right? Do you feel entitled to money? Do you feel entitled to the people that are around you? Do you feel entitled to their attention? Like they have to serve you, like they have to be with you, right? Because I know anybody that might be on this, replay or that might be on this live. I don't know anybody that don't like to have free will to choose to be somewhere, right? So money is the same way. So when you tell money, you get over here, you have to serve me, you need to be in my life, you don't have no choice. You are repelling money away from you. You're repelling it away from you because it feels the same thing. It has a consciousness, it has a soul. So it has free will. It's thinking for itself. And so when you say, get over here, you don't have a choice. And you say, no, I must get that paycheck right on time on Friday, or I'm gonna go crazy, da da da. All of that is a energetic signature, it's an energetic frequency. And so money is like, I don't want to be here with her. She got an attitude towards me. She feels entitled. It feels demanding. And so money will just creep in like, all right, is everything all right? Is we cool this week? I got to walk on eggshells around her. So I don't really want to come around too much, right? And so you have to begin to think about money like this, because this will begin the healing process for your relationship with money. I really, truly, because for me last year, when I came across these beliefs and these thought patterns, I just really I'm just be completely honest, y'all. I just started apologizing to money because I was like, I've been calling you into my life and I have not been having it together, right? I've been calling you into my life and I'm calling you here to do nothing. You're not coming to serve nothing. You just coming to waste, right? I'm just going to call you to waste you away. And so when I learned that money had a consciousness and therefore it had a story too, I was like, I only want to have money around me if it's for a high sacred service. I don't want it around unless I'm bringing it in to serve me in the highest way. Because when you think about it, you deserve to serve in the highest sacred service, right? Whatever you feel you deserve is what you will feel everything that's attached to you deserve. So as money as well. So you will begin to think differently about money when you think differently about yourself. So that was the biggest switch for me. So we have to give money a chance to choose to serve us, because otherwise we are repelling money away from us. And that's not what we want to do. So that's the same thing. We are not entitled to it. Money has a free will. What else? Because I have my notes over here. So let's break down this idea, right? So have you ever been in a relationship where it was toxic and somebody was not allowing you to love them, right? You just felt like you didn't have a choice. Like, you know how sometimes you're in relationships where that person is very codependent and they need your validation. You can't go nowhere. Let me check your phone. Like all of that type of energy is like the energy that we are giving money today. And we're not allowing money to be in connection with us, right? We're suppressing it. We're repelling it away from us. So we're not allowing a connection. And when you invite money in, you have a connection to money. And that's where we need to begin. We need to begin with building a connection. That's what a healthy relationship is built on. It's built in love and in connection. So that's the same mentality you should go into when you are healing your relationship with money. I know I had a lot of healing to do with money for sure, because it was just like I guess it just wasn't coming in as I would like. So some of us are trying to seek the validation of money. This was one of my bigger things that I had to debunk. Things I had to debunk. And what this looked like, y'all, is I'm gonna go to work for 70, 80 hours, and I'm gonna get a $2,500 check. I'm going to get 5 different hustles. My daggone refrigerator just came on like that. I'm gonna get 6 different hustles, and hopefully money will see me. Hopefully money will now validate me. Hopefully now money will see me. Hopefully now money will understand what it is that I want from it. But I done did these 5 different hustles. I done worked 70 hours this week, and money still has not seen me for what I truly wanted to see me for, right? And it's because money is not your provider. God is. And so when we treat money like a god, money is not interested. When we treat money like a god, it becomes uninterested. Because think about it. Because money has a soul, because money has a consciousness, it means that it has a purpose and it's feeling things too. And so if we bring money into our lives and we say, you must be God in our life, the money is like, oh no, that's too much pressure, because I got to be able to come in and make mistakes. I got to be able to come in and unintentionally hurt you, just as if you were in a relationship, right? You wouldn't expect your significant other to come in perfect, like they're never going to do anything to disappoint. Money has to be like, I can come in and come as I am. I don't want to play God in your life. Money is one thing that money understands is that it's here to serve too. It's here as a vessel as well. It's coming to be utilized as a tool. And so with that being said, that means that it is going to have those times where it just disappoints, right? It's not perfect. Money is not perfect. And when you understand all these things, then you can have a healthy relationship and you can allow yourself to be connected to money, because you like, I'm not trying to have you come in and be perfect. I'm just trying to have you come in to be a tool for what it is that I'm trying to do, right? And when you have a connection to things, and you have connection to money, you allow it to go and come as it pleases. But when you know that money is not your provider and God is, then you know that you are in control of the relationship, because God is providing, is your very first provider. God is providing you with the beliefs that you have. And so if God is providing the money, that means that you are in control of what God is providing. And so there should be no reason why you don't trust money, because it's going off of your pace. It's going off of what you feel, what you think, and what you believe. And so you get to have a connection with money. Like, okay, like I literally, y'all, I talk to money. Okay. And we're going to get into just because money is not physically with you doesn't mean you don't have a relationship with money. Right? I know a lot of people that might watch this back and be like, well, I have a small amount of money, or I don't have any money at all, right? And I want to speak to that person. Or I might not have the amount of money that I feel I deserve, or I want to scale to another level of money, right? But just because money is not physically with you does not mean you don't have a relationship. So for an example, my siblings are not physically with me, but that doesn't mean we don't have a relationship. Because they live across the city, that does not mean we don't have a connection. I don't need them, and I don't judge them for not being there for me daily. And so you should not do money the same way. You should not judge money for not showing up for you every day, right? Same with the sibling analogy. I'm not judging them for not coming over and spending time every day. I understand that they have their own world going on as well as money does. Again, money has their own story, and it is a consciousness, right? And so you have a relationship with money, whether you have money or not. You're still having a relationship with money. You know how they be like, yeah, I just love that person from a distance. That's the same thing. Like, I'm just gonna respect, honor, love, and cherish you from a distance, even if you're not here in the physical with me. That's how you should think about money. Because if you don't have any money, right? If you don't have any money, you still need to know you have a relationship, because then you can strengthen that relationship with money, and you'll see those changes happen in your life. That's what's the most important thing. And I will show you guys how all of this fits into the new money container you're going to make. We can't leave without you making a new money container. Yes. But we got to drop the beliefs. We got to debunk the misconceptions about money before we can create a new money container, okay? So I want to get into money identity, because this was big for me, y'all. This probably was the biggest one, because I knew money had a consciousness. Then I knew that then I had knew that money had an identity too. And so let me make sure I talk about everything else before I get into money identity, because this one is big. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Some of that stuff be just just for me. So yes, I refuse to let money define who I am. This was a big one for me, y'all, because when you think about it, we try to do everything around money. We center it. And remember, probably about 2 videos ago, I said, if you do anything serving God, it will be sustainable. But what we're trying to do, again, is treat money like God and center it in our life, instead of it being a component of the universe, like us as well. We are a component of the universe too. And so what I was doing is I was basing my work ethic, right? Your work ethic should never be determined by how much money you have. I was basing my work ethic off of the amount of money that I had, right? So I was allowing money to define what it was that I was going to do with my life. And what does this look like? This looks like, okay, well, I go to work for 40 hours and I'm only coming home with a $400 check. So how does a person with a $400 check look like, right? This might correlate to, oh, you're at the bottom of the map. So you're in the rat race, and you're in a low class, and whatever might comes with it. All of these things are identities, right? And we base our identities off the amount of money we have. And so no wonder we cannot create containers that benefit us, because we think that our money, that our value is amongst money. You should never measure your value amongst money. You should measure your value amongst God. Amongst God. That's the highest understanding. That's the most high, like they say. You shouldn't want to measure yourself against nothing else but that. Period. So here are some things that you might have dealt with, but I know I dealt with it. The amount of money we have should never determine our level of creativity. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all, when I was breaking out of the workforce and I was like, I'm a creative, I'm an innovator. I'm going to create my own course. I'm going to create my own everything. That was a real big talk for somebody who didn't have great money beliefs, right? But I didn't care. I still was like going to, I still was going to break out, right? Like I still was going to break out. And so this is what happened though. And this is why I got to those moments of frustration, because this is what we're doing. We're like, okay, I'm going on my path of creativity, right? I'm going to begin to create content. I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to give all of my best of my best. And now money's going to come around, right? And so now we're measuring our creativity against money now. Everything we're doing, the result must be money, right? Because we're seeing other people. We're seeing other people get paid for being content creators, and we're seeing other people getting paid for the things that we love to do, right? So I reached this point of frustration because I was like, well, dang God, I'm creating, I'm doing a creative thing, I put myself out there, but I'm not seeing any money back. And okay, I was like, I'm not seeing any money back. And so God was like, well, what you got to understand is you cannot measure your level of creativity against money. Because again, what we understand is that creation is God. And so that's why that's the only thing you should be measuring your creativity against. You are creation energy. And so when you say, I'm about to go create something and that's going to create some money, you are literally saying, this is not God, and so I shouldn't get God out of it. You're demoting yourself in that moment by thinking that your creativity should have a certain result, right? And even if the result wasn't money, the result could be any kind of reward. You should never measure your creativity against nothing but God. The reward should be more of God. And we're going to get into why that's important later. Like, that's a really great. So we've been taught that only people with money are allowed to be creative. This is something that I had to literally get into the crevices of my subconscious mind to get out, because they plaster creativity, but they also plaster money at the same time. And they also say, well, we just found, let's just use the music industry and the industry in general for an example. As soon as someone steps into what it is that they're called to do, they fall into all this money, right? Or some people don't get on platforms until they have a lot of money. And so we have been taught to believe on TV, watching TV programming, that, oh, they only are in that position because they have a lot of money. So these are the beliefs that you pick up throughout your life. We've been taught that only people with money are allowed to be creative. Only people with money are allowed to have their own TV shows. Only people with money are allowed to have their own restaurants. Only people with money are allowed to have their own businesses, their own whatever it is that they've created. So you think that you cannot get busy in your purpose until you have some money, until you came into this large amount, you know, won the lottery, and all of a sudden you can be more creative. This is a heavy blockage. This is a heavy blockage because a lot of people have so many bigger dreams and they're just sitting on them because they don't have access to a certain level of money. And it's killing your creativity. You're not moving because you think, well, based on where I'm trying to go, the money that I need to support that, it don't look like, you know. But what you fail to realize is that if you get into the vibrational frequency, if you tap into the quantum reality of whatever it is you're trying to do, now you're going to begin to attract the opportunities that's going to help you along the way. But if you do not get into the alignment, if you don't jump into the quantum reality, then nothing's going to happen. This life we're living is not linear. It ain't no timeline. Like, yeah, I'm going here, then the next step is that. Like, no, you could quantum leap. You can collapse time for like 5 years of time in like a week if you want to. Be like, I'm bored. I don't want to wait. I'm gonna just jump into that new reality because I know she's there somewhere. Your highest self is somewhere living their best life. I know my higher self somewhere like because that's what quantum reality is. It means that your purpose is already happening somewhere. You're just on your way there. And so I know what my higher self look like. And you have the ability, listen, you have the ability to literally harness that energy here. That's what visualization is about. Let me get some of that energy and bring it here. You have the ability to steal that energy from your higher self and say, okay, girl, let me get some of that. Let me keep bringing more and more of that into my reality. Right? That's a super fun idea because you could just sit there and visualize and be like, yeah, I'm taking and milking all that energy, right? Because we are energy. That's literally it. Yes, this is a good one. I'm sorry, I was reading my notes. We have been conditioned to believe that we can only experience more of ourselves if we have more money. And what if I told you is not more money, is more of you that you desire? Let's think about this, okay? Because people like, nah, I don't want more of what's already going on. I want more money. No, but you got to like think about this. When you think about, let's stay here, okay? When you think about this higher self, right? When you think about this higher self you want to be, when you say, oh, if I had $1 million, this is who I would want to be, right? It's not the money that's going to get you there. It's you. You desire more focus. You desire more consistency. You desire more dedication. You desire more commitment. You desire more spiritual assets that's going to get you to the person that has $1 million. It's not money you desire. And so that's why I was saying earlier, you have to get into that person first before you can begin to attract what that person has. Because think about this. I was thinking about this, and this is what I was listening to. You, even if you had the opportunity to come into, at this, say, for example, you at a place where you don't have any money and you like, I deserve all this money, blah, blah, blah. There are certain characteristic traits that you must have in order to acquire money. Even if you were called to an opportunity right now, you lack consistency, you lack commitment, you lack discipline, you lack dedication, you lack obedience. And so guess what? You're not going to do anything that opportunities requires you to be successful, to actually make money, to actually sit there and begin to acquire money. So it's not money you desire. It's more of God, more of yourself that you really want to experience. Because on this journey to purpose, the only thing that's kept me going is experiencing more of myself, more of God. Money made no difference. I got money and felt the same about myself. So it's more of you that you're trying to experience. But because you've been taught, right? Because you've been conditioned to believe that you can only experience more of yourself if you have money. That's why you're not moving, because you're waiting for money. And so you're blaming money, you're shaming money, you're judging money for not having consistency, for not being dedicated, for not being committed to what it is that you really want to do. And now guess what? When you give the responsibility to something outside of yourself, that is in control of you. That is the thing that is in control of you. So now, because you're blaming money, money controls you. And so do you really want something that serves God, that is a vessel to control you? Or would you rather be the vessel and understand how you attract it through God, by God being your very first provider? You decide who you want to serve. Because when you blame, shame, guilt, judge money, you're serving money. And like I told y'all, money don't want to do that. Money is uninterested in being God. It's like, that's too much responsibility. I don't want to do that. I'm out of here. Peace. Like, bye. That's too much. I can't be imperfect. I can't be myself. I can't come as I am. I'm not able to flow in and out of your life as I need to. I can't make no mistakes. I can't hurt your feelings. I can't disappoint. I'm not interested in that. Nobody is. You go into a relationship and they like, girl, when you come here, you gotta be perfect. If you can't do that, and you like, oh, the expectation is perfectionism. Oh, I got to go, honey. Because I know I'm gonna do something. Because I'm flawed. So money is like that too. You think I'm God? Oh, I got to get flying out of here, honey. I can't be here. I cannot be here. I'm not comfortable. And so when you know that, you will begin to say, okay, how is it that I can make money feel, as comfortable as possible around me? And that is by allowing it to be whatever it is going to be to you in this life, right? Allowing it, having a connection to go and, because when you are in purpose, 9 times out of 10, when money comes in your life, it has an assignment already because it's serving. And like I said, money loves to serve high sacred services. Love, because it knows where it is. It knows what, like I said, money has a story. Money has its own story, right? So it carries, just like you carry what's happened to you throughout your life, it's doing the same. It knows what places it's in. So it would rather be serving high sacred services. Like, yes, we're doing good. We're in the angelic realms. This is where I would like to be. Just like we are as people, a collective soul, there are some of us that are in that lower vibrational frequency too. And we would rather be in the higher angelic realms, right? So money is the same, because you share the same core frequency, right? You and money share the same core frequency. So just like you feel like you want to be in a better place, like you want to be around good energy where things are in the light, where things are high vibrating, money do too. And so when you know that, you'll get yourself to that place, so money follows you there. So money follows you there, because believe me, that's where money would rather be, because it is in some very low places. So that's what they mean by when you get in your purpose, money will follow. Money will follow. For that reason right there, just for that reason right there, it's going to follow you, because it would rather be in a higher vibrating space. Okay? So I hope that you guys understood that. If you have any money questions, put them in the comment section. Hello, guys. guys on Instagram, put them in the comment section so God can provide you with clarity. Even if you're watching the replay, don't miss your chance to get your questions answered by God. Get your questions answered by God. We are not entitled to it. Money has a free will, just like you do. You have a free will to say, no, no, thank you. I don't want to do that. Sorry, y'all. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go over there and who said? Like, money be like, who said that I wanted to, come up in your life and be a vessel and be providing, as a tool? Who said? You don't have that choice over money. You don't have that choice over money. Money gets to make a decision about where it's going to flow to, right? First and foremost, money has a consciousness. Money is a divine consciousness that has a purpose too. And so when you make money feel more invited in your space, it will come serve you as it needs to. But you have to know who's running the show, and that is God. God is running the show. Okay? So let's talk about how can these perspectives help you with creating your brand new container. Your brand new money container. Because some of us don't have money containers, right? Some of us don't have money containers at all. Some of us don't even think we need to prioritize money in this way, right? Where we're like, oh, I need to write me out some affirmations, blah, 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 whatever. You do. You need to go ahead and write you out some affirmations. And speaking of that, I marked some affirmations that I wanted to share. Look, I'm a little more organized today, y'all, okay? Where is it? I no longer have to judge money for not supporting me. And when you think about, because this is an old belief that we're crushing, right? We no longer have to judge money for not supporting us, because we now know that we are the ones that are in control of how money comes into our life, right? We now know that money is not in control, that we are, based on our beliefs. And so we no longer have to judge money, because now we know we can tell ourselves things that make money come in differently, and we can begin to experience money differently, right? So we no longer have to judge money for not coming to our beck and call, for not coming into our aid, because we are now in control, and we know we can create containers and we can write out beliefs that align with what we want to experience with money. So this goes into you creating your container. You creating your new money container. What can you say to yourself today that says, okay, that's the next step up, right? And I don't want you to look at this from a perspective of, I am making, and you can say this, right? You can say these type of things, but I want you to look at it from a perspective of what is the relationship that you're having with money? How do you feel about money? So an affirmation for me could be, let me actually share another one, because I wrote out some really good ones. Money and I have a very supportive relationship with each other, right? Money loves me and comes when I need it to support a high saver service. Money gets to be fun and easy. I no longer have to mistrust money. God is sending me what it is that I believe about money, right? So you can write out affirmations on how you want your relationship to be with money. That's the most important part. How you want to be with money. How do you want to exist with money? What do you see you and money doing? Me and money is always going on trips. Me and money is always sharing positive moments of laughter. Me and money is always supporting, whatever you would like. Say, for example, you want to support a fund. Me and money is always walking around supporting funds. Me and money always goes out and support the homeless. Whatever it is that you want to experience with money, you need to now take money by the hand, right? Up to my hand. You need to take money by the hand and say, I see you. I validate you in my life. I know that me and you share the same core frequency. I know that there is no difference between you and I, right? I know you have a story. I know you have a story, and I know you want to be in high places. And so I now am going to take responsibility for getting you into a high space because I have that ability to. We are here to help money too. Because the way in which it was created, it was not created for good. And so we can help money now. We can help money and we can say, you know what? I know you want to be in high places, so let me take you there. Now you can begin to have a bond. I wrote an affirmation that says, money and I bond is growing stronger daily. I'm beginning to understand money a lot more. I'm beginning to understand money daily, right? You don't have to say, money get on my nerves, it's never coming through for me. Whatever the thought patterns you might have, money is scarce, money is this, money is that. Don't even worry about that. Don't even worry about how scarce money is. Worry about how you feel about it. Work on how you feel about money. Work on not being so dependent on money. Work on allowing money to be free, to be in connection to you, allowing it to come and go as it pleases. Right? That's what you want to work on. You want to work on freeing money. You get the free money in your life because there's money all around you. Listen, if money is a soul, if money is a soul and it is a consciousness, that means that it harbors dark matter energy. It harbors dark matter energy. And so what is dark matter energy? Creation energy. So that means it's everywhere at all times. And so it's in your space. And it manifests when you begin to have a positive relationship with money. It now becomes a lot more, it manifests itself through opportunities. And let's channel this. Money, we are in the third dimension, right? We're having a physical experience, and so is money. So of course money can't just say, hi, I'm here. It has to be channeled through an avenue, right? But that doesn't mean just because it has to come through an avenue that you cannot have a positive relationship with it, right? Just because it has to go through a funnel. That's why they say funnels. Just because it has to come through opportunity, that don't mean that your relationship is not the same. So the importance is to build a positive, strong relationship with it. So that way, when you do get opportunities, money got your back. right? You know money have your back because you have that type of relationship with it. Period. So your job tonight is to obviously watch this video. It's like, no, but your job is to understand where you stand with money. Like, do I have a positive relationship with money? Do I respect money? Do I cherish money? Do I honor money? Do I allow money to be whatever it is right now? Like for me, I love money, which means I understand money. And so if it's not here supporting me, that means that it got something else going on at this moment. I respect the fact that money has a story, that it has feelings and emotions. It's a consciousness. And so if I'm repelled, if money is not with me, that's meaning that I need to work on something within myself to attract money my way. If money is not with me currently, that's meaning I have to work on something to make money comfortable enough to come around me. Right? Because you want to have a positive, healthy relationship with money. And I'm telling y'all, as I've been changing my perspective about money, the level of opportunities that's been coming around me is crazy. It's crazy because it's not about the physical. And that's what money knows. Money does not like when you demote it to this physical dollar bill because it is a consciousness. Just think about how you feel when somebody demotes you to what you look like. You like, dang, I'm definitely more than that. Like, that's all you see is what's on the outside. You don't really see me for who I am. That's how money feel. When you say, oh, you just $1. Oh, you just $100. Like, what? That's going to be gone in 5 minutes. It would rather you have a deeper connection with it. So that way you can really truly see money for what it is. Okay. So I'm excited for you guys to be creating containers with these newfound perspectives and these newfound, debunking the myths around money, because there are so many of them. There are so many myths around money and how you should perceive it. So I really hope you take these, I hope you take this conversation and talk to people in your community and talk to your family members and, try to cultivate a more positive relationship with money. But do not leave out of this weekend without writing out your money containers, without writing out your new belief, without understanding the relationship that you have between yourself and money. Because no relationship is not good. A relationship where you're ignoring money is unacceptable in 2024. In 2024, not having a relationship with money is not acceptable. We can't take that into 2025. Like, yeah, I just don't have an understanding that what money is. I just don't, no. We need strong, positive, healthy relationships. We need to cultivate our relationship with money. So we need to be writing out really strong containers. I just dropped a video on my YouTube, a video, not a live, that tells you how to structure a basic container. And so you utilize the basic container and you write out your money affirmations and you write out your money container. Your money container is going to consist of your beliefs and your values and your habits, right? You need to be writing out the habits. And when you know the habits, write out affirmations to back up those habits, right? So if your goal is to have a habit of reading daily, you need to write an affirmation that say, I am someone who reads daily. I'm telling you how to reprogram your subconscious mind. Because if you're a person that has never read daily ever in your life, you're going to need some reaffirming. You're not just going to magically pop up like, yeah, I just love this book. I'm going to read it every day. No, you're a habitual being. And so that's not going to happen. You need to affirm it over your life that you are someone who reads daily. If you want to see that habit come into creation. All right. Yay. I love money, you guys. I love sharing my beliefs about money because my relationship with money is not perfect, and we continue to work together on figuring out how we want to do things and how we want to just put things together for us to have a more positive relationship. So to come be able to share the beliefs, and for you guys to kind of take on some things, everything might not resonate with you. Some things you might be like, oh, okay, I'll take that, and and you leave the rest, that's fine. But if you found something of value, make sure you put in the comments what you were grateful for. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Bye. Bye, Instagram.